Come on in. Hi. Come on in. Come on. Come on in and set a spell with us. It's a beautiful sunny day. The day that I'm recording this, about a week before Thanksgiving, we are sitting today at about 83 degrees. Absolutely gorgeous weather. Miss Nala is feeling much better. It's only her first week on her medications for her infection, but she is showing amazing improvement. This dog has incredible resilience. She's a toughie. Yeah, she's a tough old blonde, just like her mama. Us hard seniors got to stick together. So, I have something a little bit different for you today. I'm going to do 2 very small orders to get those out of the way. But then I'm going to show you what's going on around the corner outside as far as grounds go, landscaping, grounds, that kind of stuff. But then I'm also going to show you what I've been able to do for free to prepare for my live jewelry show and a few other things. Are you ready for this? This is so cool. You got a beverage? Take a seat. You're going to be here for a while. Not too long, I don't think. Let me grab the first box. This box is from ShopFStop. We've done this store review before. This is Miss Lindsay. I've had this here for almost a month, and it got buried under the other stuff that was coming in. The show was on October 22nd. I received this on October 28th. So I've had it almost a solid 4 weeks. But nothing pressing, only fun stuff in here. So let me show you what I got. Fruity kibble. A big, thick plushie. There are 1 squeaker in here right about in the middle. I'm not too worried about that. It's a big, soft plushie. Fruity kibble. This typically sells for $14.99. Fruity? Yeah. No. $8. Wait a minute. I'm so confused. Yeah, $8. So it sells for $8. And I got it for $5. And she's big. This is about 16, 18 inches long. So this is for Her Highness. Kind of double as a pillow and a toy and a suckle item, right? I also got Tippy Tappy, which is a chewy, sticky candy. It's supposed to look like a big candy thing. This also retails. Oh, she's right next to me. Look at that face. She's like, yeah, Mom, that's for me. All right, let me get the scissors out, cut the tag off it, because she's clearly showing an interest. Anyway, this one typically sells for $8. I got this one for $5. And she wants to take it. Okay, there you go. She took it right to her bed. Well, so much for that one. That one also has 1 squeaky in it, but she just loves anything she can suckle on. So we'll let her suckle and enjoy herself. The next thing I got from Miss Lindsay is a bandana, and this is a pizza look bandana. This typically retails for $5. I picked it up for $3. She's back looking for more. Dog, you need to just knock that off, because it ain't gonna happen. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this off the cardboard here. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. This was stitched to the cardboard with thread, so I've got to pull the threads out of it. So this is a typical bandana, but this bandana doesn't tie on. It slides on. You feed the collar through here, so it stays on the collar. You can put it on the top. You can put it on the back. These sell typically for $5, and I got this little pizza bandana for $3. Cute, right? Something a little bit different. By now, you may have actually seen where that bandana has ended up. Not going to tell you, just in case, because I am pre-recording this. You're not seeing this until, I think, December 3rd, but you might have already seen that bandana prior to today. Not telling. Okay, let's paper out of here. The next thing I got in here is color. This is a top paw. Is this top paw? I believe it's top paw. Let me double check. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, this is top paw. This is not Arcadia Trail. This is a top paw collar. It's a winter collar. It's got a bow on the front of it, and the bow is not a slide. It's actually attached. All different winter colors. This is a very large collar. This typically sells for $11.98. Let's just say $12. And I picked this up for $6. Really sturdy clip. This is a dark teal color. Adjustable up to 28 inches, and my girl has a 20-inch neck. So there's a nice holiday collar for her. Hey, you know she has a collection of collars, right? I have a collection of earrings. Why can't she have a collection of collars? Considering how much she rolls in the dirt, she really needs a collection because I can't leave these sandy and dirty collars on her. She'll start itching and kind of like going crazy. Okay, next item. Big head. Big head, snuggly dog. So cute, right? It has one squeaker in the body right here behind the head, but nothing back here. It's just actually in the head. This is called a fat head. That's the type of dog it is. I got to get these little plastic things out. She's right here at my feet wanting this. She's right. She's literally right. What? 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 You heard the squeak? She heard the squeak. This is a cute little fat head, right? Fat heads, if you've ever gotten these, they typically sell for like $18.89, almost $19 for a true fat head. And this is a true fat head, right? There's the tag. Fat head. It says, take me home. I don't know if this one has a name or not. Didn't see a name on it, but doesn't matter. It's another suckle toy. This I paid $7 for versus almost 19. All right, there you go. Take your baby. She just wants them all. Her bed is like that of a little girl. It's full of stuffed animals. And if I take one away and I move it into the bedroom, she goes into the bedroom, she finds it, the exact one, brings it back out and puts it back on her living room bed. What can I say? Okay. Couple more items. This one, I couldn't resist. I'm a big fan of Stephen King. This is black t-shirt. It's got a little bit different arms on it. It doesn't have the typical arms. This is more like a pajama type shirt for the dog. Basic black, but on the front it says, you'll float too. I love the movie It. absolutely love it. This sells for 20 bucks, $19.99. I got this for $7. It's a true it t-shirt, dog apparel, and this size is, what size did we get our girl? This is a 2XL, a 2XL. So this chest on this one, when we measured it across, this chest goes up to 37 inches and she has a 34-inch chest. So I just thought it was kind of creepy and kind of cool. My girl, I'm a fan of Stephen King. My girl is going to wear Stephen King. Love it. And it's nice cotton too. It's really nice cotton. But a $20 top pet clothes for $7. This one is a little bit different. This is bright orange. Again, it's a t-shirt, right? And this particular one is an extra large, but with the measurements, it will fit her. This is a bright orange sleep shirt. This sells for $14.99, and I got it for $6. And it's got all sorts of outdoor things on it. And all these are reflective. So when she goes outside, and this is Arcadia Trail. There's your symbol right there. So when she goes outside at night, she will glow in the dark. Arcadia Trail, excellent items, right? $15 shirt for $6. These tail tucks, I don't like them. I don't like anything around her tail, nor does she. So I automatically cut these off. I don't care if it stays tucked down around the bottom of her tail. I would rather it not be there and not cause her any irritation or discomfort, or who knows, get messy because of the close proximity to you know where. But fluorescent orange, glow in the dark, Arcadia Trail. Lindsay's got some great stuff here. She really does. And the last thing that I got from her, which my baby girl absolutely loves, and we'll see if she's feeling well enough to try one of these. I got 2 chews. These are classic chews, and these are collagen chews. So collagen chews are very, very good for the dog. They're great for their skin and their coat. They are also good for their joints. Let's see if I can get this off of here. These collagen chews typically sell for $6 each. These are 6-inch chews, and on average, they're $6 a piece. But I got them for $3 each. So basically, it was 2 for the price of 1. 50% off. We'll see if she likes them. Where'd she go? She's laying down right behind me on this side. All right. She decided she was going to take a nap. I'm not going to disturb her. We'll try these later. She's had collagen chews before and she likes it. So we'll see how she feels about those. But that's the entire order from Lindsay at ShopFStop. Lindsay got 5 stars before. She still gets 5 stars. Her prices are excellent. Her shipping is quick, just a matter of a few days. Her selections are really good. Everything about her shop, I find things there that are different and unusual compared to the other pet shops that I go to. So if you're looking like those pillows that look like giant candy things, right? The Stephen King t-shirts, things that not everybody else carries, that's what you find when you go shop with Lindsay. So go check her out. She's still getting, whatever side I put it up on, she's still getting 5 stars. And y'all know I got this order back in October, so Don't worry about my budget right now because with Miss Nala's illness, yeah, that completely blew my shopping budget. So what you see shopping wise, I already had or I'd already ordered before her little medical event occurred. All right, SuperBuys. I only have two things from SuperBuys and I couldn't resist them. Now, you may have seen these in the background in previous videos or other videos, but now you're going to see me actually unbox them. No, this is not for you. It's not for you. Oh, you want to try one of these shoes? Oh, okay. Just took one. Okay. So what I got from SuperBuys? Just two things. But because they prorate their shipping, you don't pay the $9.21 up front. I think the first item I paid, I think it was like $3 or $4 on shipping. So you add that to the price. And then the second one, I paid like another couple of bucks. They had it broken down. So your $9.21 came out of a course of like 3 items. I love that they're starting to do that. But this is the first thing I got. A beautiful linen pillow. It's got these little white fuzzies on it. It's pumpkin, so it's perfect for Halloween, fall, Thanksgiving. And I did get this in before Thanksgiving. This was for a show that was on November 6th, and I received this on November 9th. So I got it plenty of time. I have had them out, but again, I didn't record this until now. I love that it has the ties on the side. Very cool. And it can be reversible. You can just use this side if you want to use this, but this is a really nice, and this is a big one. This is a 20-inch. This isn't 18. This is a 20-inch pillow. This pillow retails for a little over $15, like $15.02, $15.05, something like that. But I picked it up for $6. It's a steal. And to go with it, I picked up the other pillow that she had. Some of you were there. Oh, look, I match. And the curtains. Hello. You could just disappear into the wall. So this is beautifully embroidered. All these flowers, look at that. They are all embroidered on there. It's not paint in the pattern. It's literally on top. Absolutely gorgeous. On the back, it's this nice, dark, almost a burnt orange, a deep pumpkin color. And this feels like velvet. This is super, super soft. Again, this sells for 15 and change, 15.02, whatever. But I got this one for $3. So I got 2 pillows for $9 and about $7 in shipping. So let's say $16 for $30 worth of pillows. Half price. Great steal, right? That's it. That's all I got from SuperBuys. Yes, I can limit my shopping. Yes, I can go and just shop at SuperBuys and not get a whole bunch of stuff. I can behave myself and stick to what I need or what I want. So this was a very good purchase as far as I'm concerned. I found what I wanted to have. There were a few other things I could have gotten that were frivolous, but I didn't want to do that because I have other expenses coming up. As you know, I want to get the bathroom finished, so I have that expense for the materials that I need to get that finished. I had the unexpected expense, almost $400 for Nala's medical care, her lab tests, her exams, her ultrasound, her prescriptions. That was an unexpected cost. That kind of ate up my budget for shopping from mid-November to mid-December. But you know what? That's okay because there's things that have been going on just around the corner. And I'm going to take you with me, all right? The first thing I'm going to show you is that I gave you a little hint in a previous video that I have been putting posts out in front of my house. And I've been putting them along the roadside because people have been driving across the lawn. They come around, they whip around that corner in a hurry, and they swing across the lawn. Or because our unit of mailboxes is right at the T of the cross streets where I live on the corner, they would swing across my corner and then wrap around so that their driver's side is against the mailboxes. They didn't care they were driving up on my lawn and leaving rivets and tire tread marks and everything else. And even though the community manager sent out emails to everybody in the community saying, don't do that, stay on the road, don't shortcut across people's lawns, it was still happening. There used to be a wooden signpost, a street post on the corner. It got hit. There's a few neighbors in the area, as there are in most neighborhoods. There are a few neighbors in the area that are night owls. They don't really pay attention to where they're driving. There's not exactly a lot of street lights around here. So again, they're not staying in their own lanes, so to speak. So let's take a look at what I had to do. Time to dig some post holes. Forgot my level. I'll be back. Or torpedo should do the job because the post is not all that high out of the ground. And I just basically need to make sure it's going in the right direction. That's perfect. Why am I putting posts on my front lawn? Because the community management and I am tired of people driving across the lawn that I've tried so hard to keep beautiful. And they're doing damages, not just to the lawn, but they've been hitting the metal post sign on the corner. They've been parking on the lawn for deliveries. Big no-no, because the water pipe runs under here. One pole in, 3 more to go. Let's see how this one goes. tired yet? Because I'm getting one heck of a workout. Couldn't find my torpedo. I moved it out of the way. That's what happens. Okay guys, That's 2 posts. Hold on. Let me flip you around. There you go. 2 posts. There's going to be probably 5 across the front of the house, and then 4 or 5 down the other side. These should be sufficient to keep anything from pulling on the grass and or parking on the grass. And I can put caps on the top to light them up, or I can string lights between them. Every post is 4 feet. 4 feet from the street side, 4 feet to the first post, 4 to the second, so on, and the rest will happen. I can only do so much in a day because I am not a spring chicken, and your girl is a little tired. Beautiful red clay, but then it took a while to get down to where there was sand and it was easier to dig. So, yeah. I did what I could do for today. You've seen how I do it. I'll show you the end product when I get the rest of them in the ground. That's harder to do than you think because of the soil here and my age. Obviously, I don't have the strength that I used to have to really, go crazy with powering through. I have to depend on patience and time and the tools to get these holes dug. I've got all but the last 2. I was actually out this morning putting in 2 more posts so that tomorrow I can go out and put in the last 2 posts. That's a lot of work, but you know what? I love how it's coming out. Everybody in the neighborhood has noticed it, and no one has even gotten close anymore. Not those that are out there walking their animals, not people that are driving, not people that are coming around the corner, because when they come around the corner to come in front of my house, their headlights hit those posts right off the bat, and they're not swinging as wide anymore. And on their way to the mailbox, they're not making that big swing. They're literally pulling straight out, pulling forward, and then backing up instead of coming across my lawn. So it's working. Now I just have to get them painted. And yes, I am going to paint them white because the bottom of my house has the skirting and the window trim and everything that's white. So at that level, I think white will make them stand out even more so to anybody coming around that corner. And then I will figure out what to do as far as, do I want to put post lamps on them, because they're not 4x4s, and post lamps are squared off as 4x4s. They are actually what's left over of landscape timbers that I used for the backyard fencing, so that they're a little bit rounded. So I will hunt for something possibly to light up on them. Or right now I have the little paw print solar lights out front between those. I've got those spread out, so it does. And then I've got, of course, the spotlight on Cousin It, who is going to be staying out there through the Christmas holiday. He's just going to be changing his outfit. So that's the post holes. Now, I've also been doing a lot of digging on the side of the house by my driveway in the section that divides my property from my neighbors, because we don't have a fence. We don't really have any markings. So the maintenance manager came through, and the regular property manager came through, and they let me know where the middle line was. And they said, okay, dig here, because this is like community area. It's shared area. And they provided me with 4 azalea plants and 1 moderately sized, pretty decent size rose bush. So I dug the holes, and then maintenance came and dropped that off. Dropped them off. Take a look. I'm in the process of punching holes into the side divider so that I can put some plantings here. The community office is giving me 4 azaleas and 3 rose bushes. So that's an azalea hold, number 2, number 3, number 4, and down here on the end, I have to make this one big enough to hold a huge rose bush. So let's see what I can do. I've been doing more digging than ever. Seriously, it's been like every day I'm outside digging some sort of a hole. My arms are getting stronger. I'm getting muscles in this part of my arm that I'm not used to having. It's been a good workout. It does burn calories. I was out this morning with the plantings with the azaleas because they're transplanted. We waited for the weather to warm up. Where the next 2 weeks we're still going to be in the high 70s and the 80s, and the lows at night are only going to be in the 50s. I'll water them twice a day, get their roots reestablished. They probably will go dormant. They might actually look dead, but azaleas are pretty hardy. And I do expect that after they go through a period of shock, that they're going to survive, and I'm going to have a beautiful border when I look out my living room window. And we'll just see how I can nurture them and how big I can get them with my homemade fertilizer and all that other kind of stuff, right? Okay. I'm also creating for you guys a community post. Excuse me, not a community post, a playlist, a video playlist called recipes. In there, I will put the videos that have recipes, whether it's for my recipes to kill mosquitoes, pest control outside, or whether it's my recipes for fertilizers that I've provided you with, non-edible recipes, they'll be in there. Those videos will be in that playlist. There will also be all the videos that I have created and am creating for shopping. I've done, I think I've done goulash, I've done chicken soup, I've done the beginning of the pizza dough. I think at one point, maybe a year or more ago, and I'm still trying to find it, I did a video about the dog biscuits that I make. And if not, I'll make another one. I might make another one anyway, because I have different recipes that I found. So there'll be a new playlist labeled recipes. So if you're ever looking for anything that I've made and done, you may see the same video elsewhere. You may see the same video in my Whatnot playlist or in my Temu playlist or whatever, but you'll also be able to go and just look for recipes. Now, before I get into the last thing, let's touch one little bit on Temu. Why, you shocked that I said that? Y'all went, your ears just kind of like perked up. I have been searching Temu. I have been looking for very specific items, not just to buy anything. Because as you all know, with the girl and everything else, I have really tightened my budget. But I am looking for certain things, and I am comparison shopping. I have decided that I probably will pull the trigger and do a small order from Temu. I don't know if it's going to be Temu Direct, or if it's going to be local warehouse. I don't know. It all depends on where I find these items that I'm looking for at the best prices. Okay. Okay. So there will be some Temu coming. I don't know when, and I don't know how much, but it's going to happen. Okay. Yeah. I know a lot of you are going to be excited about that. Don't get your hopes up now. Slow your roll because of the history in the background and all the issues and things that have gone on with Temu and that are still going on with Temu. I am not ready to take that deep plunge again. And so I'm going to do it cautiously, carefully, and with specific limitations. Okay? All right. Now, the last thing that I want to show you today. Y'all have heard me talking about getting ready to do a live jewelry show. And that's for my jewelry, Boku Jewelry Designs. Boku meaning beautiful necks. I have so many different products, but a lot of you have asked me you like the earrings, you loved the charms when I did the charms. I really want to mix it up a little bit because I have a lot of chains and a lot of very unusual pendants that you can get to put on a chain you already have, or you can get a chain with a pendant from me, or just get one or the other. I am going to be doing clearance on a lot of my earrings. Most of you have asked for the smaller size, shorter dangle earrings, not the bigger size. Okay, I can restrict that on it, but I do want to introduce you to new items. So I'm getting ready for this live. I obviously had to have shipping supplies. You are not going to believe what I have. All right, let me do the first thing. This is a massive roll of shipping labels. 900, let me see the list. 940 labels. See if I can get into this without actually cutting the labels. They wrap this thing up like crazy. Okay, there we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh my gosh. I should have opened it beforehand, but I didn't. Sorry, guys. Okay. Gotta be careful about the blade. I don't want to slice my hand open while I'm opening this. Find a spot where I can slice the bag. Okay, I got it. 940 4x6 labels. That's an end label, but hold on. Peel this up so you can actually see. There's a shorter test label that's on the beginning of this. Okay, that's the shorter test label right there. But the rest of them are 4x6 labels. These are shipping labels. 940 of these for free. I did not pay a dime for this. If you have a shop on Whatnot, on Poshmark, on eBay, any place, if you have to do shipping of any kind, whether you ship on a regular basis to family and friends, maybe you're a crafter, you have things to ship out, right? Maybe you have, like Ms. Brenda, maybe you have a paparazzi business and you have to ship out. You never have to buy these labels. You do need to have a thermal printer, but I'm going to hook you up there too. You wait. These labels came from UPS, the brown truck. Okay, United Parcel Service. You go on to UPS and you set up a business account. Doesn't have to have a tax ID number, Social Security, none of that stuff. For example, if it was Brenda, it would be Brenda's Blingy Treasures would be the name of her business. Whatever her address is, she put a credit card on file. The credit card on file is simply in case you make use of the postage from UPS, or if you ship via UPS, right? That's why it's there. But this costs nothing. Zero. You can get this roll, I believe it's one roll either every 30 days or every 90 days. This is going to last me a lifetime. 940 mailing labels, postage labels. And they're the type of labels that you see on all the packages that you get from Temu and every other place, you know, all those rectangular labels that come on the boxes. That's them. Zero cost. UPS. UPS.com. Open an account. It's simply very easy to go into it. And then go into mailing. After you open your account, go into packaging supplies or mailing supplies. Scroll down. Deal of the century. But wait. You got to have something to put those on, right? Now, I had already gotten the smaller bubble envelopes. I think they were 5x8 bubble envelopes I had gotten from Temu. So those labels are 4x6. They'll fit beautifully on the front of it, right? Okay. So I don't have to invest in bubble envelopes at this point. But I needed smaller boxes to be able to ship things that were more than just a couple of items. These boxes, and I'm going to show you so that you can do a comparison. Hold on, I got lists like crazy over here. These boxes are the size of a steno pad. Steno pad would fit inside them. The only difference is, of course, they're thicker, but they're the same length and the same width as a steno pad, if that helps you any. They're very easy to fold together and assemble. Super easy. Big double sticky strip. So after you fold them together, you put all your contents in there, you seal them up, you put your label on there. So you put your label on this side, put your label on this side. Doesn't really matter. And it does not matter, and I'm going to tell that to you in a second, if you use post office to send these or not. So these, as you can tell, were provided to me by USPS, United States Postal Service. But here's the thing. That's the size of the box. 25 in a pack. You just have to fold them and put them together. 1 pack. 2 packs. 3 packs. 75 boxes. Absolutely free. No shipping, no tax, no cost. Absolutely 100% free of charge. You have small items. I know one of you out there, Tanya, you have a clothing shop. You might only have 1 or 2 pieces of clothing that you sold to a customer. They'll fit easily in one of these boxes. You can easily fold this up and put 2 articles of kids' clothing or maybe an outfit or something, kids' clothing in here. You can put small electronics in here. You can put books in here. Whatever anybody has that's small, doesn't matter what the weight is, because that's something completely different. 75 of these puppies without paying a dime. That's based on this size box. They have larger boxes. They have the boxes that are this size that you can get in different quantities for free. The bigger the box, the less of the quantity you get, but you can still get them for free. This is a pretty common size. They have the next size smaller than this. It's like a little bit shorter. They also have the flat ones that are about the size of a briefcase, the regular flat boxes that you can also get for free. I never have to pay for a box, so I don't have to include certain shipping costs when I sell to my customers. Or if I send a gift to somebody, I already have my materials for free. I save my bubble wrap and my packing materials, the things that I get from the whatnot shops, so that if I need to wrap things in, I have that. So again, that's for free. But that came from USPS. Now, on both these sites, again, you set up a business account, put your information in there that they ask for, put a credit card on file or your PayPal on file. You can use that. You can use a debit card, whatever you want to use. Lots of different means of putting your payments on file, but you're not charged. When you go in and you look at the shipping supplies and the mailers, you look for the ones that have 0 totals. Put it in your cart and then look at your cart and you will see that it's all 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. And they have lots of other things. They have flat envelopes. They have big, small, flat envelopes. They have all different size boxes. They have all different size mailers in both of these sites. So UPS for the rolls of labels primarily, though they do have other things that you can get for free when you have an account, and USPS for the boxes and other mailing supplies like flat envelopes, priority envelopes, overnight envelopes, whatever the case may be. Okay, so let's move on a little bit from that, but in keeping with that, obviously, what are you going to print on your labels? You have to have a source for postage, right? You have to have a printer to post this. So I went on Whatnot and I hunted. And I went on Temu and AliExpress and Amazon and eBay and God, probably 20 different sites looking for a thermal printer that was not going to break my bank. I actually found it on Whatnot. I just typed in the search bar that I was looking for a thermal printer for 4x6 labels. I found it at a seller's site, and the seller is, and I'll put it up here, Callie 440, Kalli 440. Now, she had this listed in her buy it now, and then she had it listed with options to make her an offer. The post that she had in her bin had so much detail. It had images of what you got. It had details of what you got, or what you were getting for the price. And I said, that's exactly what I'm looking for, because it wasn't big. It wasn't obnoxious. She packed this so well. It's got bubble wrap like crazy around it, which of course I'm going to save. Bear with me a second here. I got to do the bend over thing. She even packed the box in bubble wrap. So let me get this opened here. My scissors, it's a lot easier than doing the blade. I worry sometimes with the blade that it'll cut a little more than I want it to. So I kind of prefer the scissors at times. Okay. This is new inbox. The label was removed from who it was shipped to, but this is brand new inbox. This is, wow, this thing only weighs 1.9 kilograms. I mean, literally, it weighs nothing. It doesn't even weigh a pound. So let's get this open, and I'm going to show you what I got. Oh, I do need this. I'm so excited about this. So anyway, she had this listed for a certain price. I believe it was $25 or $29, something along those lines. And she was accepting offers on her buy it now items, and she had things in there pre-listed. In other words, you could just click on a button to make an offer that was 5% less or 10% less, or I think the one that I clicked on was 20% off. I figured, you know what? I'm broke, basically. I needed this. I didn't want to spend a fortune because it's not like I'm a big seller like everybody else is. So I got this from her and I'm going to get this set up, but I'm going to show you all the different pieces and parts of this. There's your printer, which I'll have to use my external drive to load this, or maybe I can find the drivers online. Let me get everything out of here. Oh my gosh, everything is packed in bubble wrap. This is hardwired. This is not a Bluetooth. So this will have to be plugged in to be used, right? Which I don't have a problem with that. 2 different cords for what you need to power it up. Get that box out of there. And this is your tiny little printer. Now, what did I pay for this printer? We talk about steals and deals. This is why I don't rush to get things. I will hunt. I will wait. I will watch. You know me. I'll stalk the shops. This printer, it's got your buttons on the side. Okay. So that you can release this to open it. So that you can feed your printer in from the back. Give me a second. So your printer feeds in from back here, pops out the front like that. And as it runs, your label comes out. You have your power light on top, your error light on top, and your feed. When you're ready to feed it, you just push the button to feed it through when you initially start. This is, okay, so this will print 90 labels in 1 minute. That's how fast this is. Just like zzz, 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 zzz. That's all there is to this. Nothing fancy. All your connections on the back, your on-off switch on the back when you're ready to use it. There's all your power connections. Tiny thermal printer. Thermal printers print using heat. I'll read all the information. There's the instruction sheet, your label printer. That's your instruction manual. It tells you everything in English, how to load it, how to work it, what to do with it. But look right here. See that? So there's the back of the machine where you feed your labels in off the roll. But look what the roller is in. The roll, my camera just went dark. I'm finding I'm not the only person that happens to. So I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Ah, stop doing that. Okay. In here, this is what holds the roll of labels. Is that not cool? Hold on a second. All right. I don't know why I was going dark. But this you assemble and it holds your roll and feeds it. So along the back side behind where my computer is the back edge of my desk. This will go behind where my computer is. You won't even see it. On the side, where I have an open space, is where the actual printer will go. This will plug into the wall socket that's directly on the floor behind here. And then the other end will plug into the computer so that every time I want to ship something out, all I have to do is put the information of the addressee into my label printing system and print it up. That's all that's required. So what did I pay for this? I paid $1.60 plus shipping. So I paid a little less than $11. How did I do that? You know, my link that I put up here for you guys to use, whatnot.com/invite/ConnieCon. When you open an account at Whatnot using my link, you get a gift credit from Whatnot. And that credit can be anywhere from $10 to $200. It's totally random. Well, one of you joined recently using my link, and you were given a $20 credit to use, which I thought that was outstanding. They give me the same credit that they give you. And it's a one-time deal for both of us. So you got a $20 credit. I got a $20 credit. The seller here accepted my offer of it with a 20% discount and sold this to me for $21.60. Minus my $20 credit, left it at $1.60 plus tax. My shipping of $9.21. I paid just under $11 for this item. What is this retail for? Yeah. So getting it for $11, even though that $11 pretty much was shipping, was cheaper than I could find it any place else on the internet. So I have since gotten this connected, installed, and using it for the goodie boxes that I've been shipping out, and a couple of pieces of jewelry that individuals have requested through email from me. I've already used my labels to do that. I was also sent a nice little thank you gift to go along with my purchase. And guys, she had another one of these at the remarkable price that she originally had them listed. But her little gift that came is a little measuring tape, and it's a retractable measuring tape. I love the color. Centimeters on one side, inches on the other side. Nice mint green. It's going right down here in my desk for when I got to measure thing for you guys. Okay. So the last thing that goes along with this is, how do I actually print the postage onto the labels? You have two choices. Well, you have a lot of choices, but some people religiously will use USPS, right? Or UPS. But what I have found by doing price comparisons using my envelopes and these little boxes that I just got, Pirate Ship has almost 90% cheaper than the post office or UPS or other companies out there. 90% on average. Okay. One of these boxes, if I fill it with 8 ounces of stuff, and I take this box, the measurements, the weight of 8 ounces, use the same from and to zip codes, I put that information in the USPS, I put that information in Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship is 25% of what the Postal Service is. In other words, a 75% discount off the post. So it makes it affordable to ship. And Pirate Ship is easy to set up. Simply go to pirateship.com, click on where it says open a new account, which is free, guys. You're never charged for the account at Pirate Ship, ever. Put the information in, just follow the prompts. It's really easy. And when you're ready to print your label, you just open Pirate Ship. You get your printer all set up. You open Pirate Ship. You put in the information from location to location, measurements and weight of the package. It will tell you what your shipping cost is going to be so that you know in advance. So let's say I get an order from one of you from my live show, and I get everything packaged up. I have everything written down on a sticky for your box. I go into Pirate Ship. I find out exactly what that shipping cost is going to be. I then email you. This is your total per items. This is your total shipping cost. This is your grand total. Easy peasy, right? And everything I've shown you, with the exception of the printer, is free. So I got a little bit of work cut out for me to get this thing up and running. But as I said, the time this is being recorded, I haven't used it. But the time you see it, I have. It's exciting when you can get things for free, right? Yeah. And by the way, guys, that little thermal printer, this little tiny thing, okay, this is only about 6.5 inches by 4 inches by 4 inches by 4 inches. I mean, it's tiny. You can also get smaller little labels so that you can print out your own mailing labels to put on envelopes. You can print out stickers for the kids to use. You can print anything that you can put in a thermal printer, whether it be like these little thank you stickers that people from Whatnot that you see on their packages all the time. You can get rolls of stickers to put in there, because when you go in to the program, you tell it what you want it to print, and that's what it prints. So not hard, not expensive, easy to use. What do you think, guys? Totally different video, right? But give it a thumbs up anyway. Hype, share, whatever you got to do to get it out into the algorithms. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, how are you going to learn all this stuff if you're not? Who's going to teach you if it doesn't come from me? Well, it's probably going to come from someplace on YouTube, but it's more fun if it comes from me. Stay hydrated. Above all else, please stay sweet. And Miss Null and I, you'll see us again soon. Recipe coming.